Mine just
The
said do
last
an
time,
update, so it
sorry,
was like,
last time they got it from.
and then I
must have
forgot my
gone
remarkable, so I don't even
Johnson
know how to
Stock
write
Farm.
notes.
I don't know.
Have you ever gotten any from Dave Zimper out there?
Mine just said do an update, so it was like underneath the, just a minute.
Mine's got.
And then I forgot my remarkable, so I don't even know how to write notes.
I don't know. Depends what pit we take it out of, you know, if we do it.
I don't know what they need. I
Yeah.
just know if we don't get it in there, though, none of the barrel riders
You
will
are
come,
live.
Correct.
cause they won't ride in it.
Okay. There we go. Thank you, Aaron.
So that's,
Well, I guess the thing is, go out and look at mine, I guess, see what you think.
so do you want me to get put on the agenda?
After
Talk
employees
about
are-
it
Yeah, no kidding.
I think so.
in this?
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good there.
Thing. There we go.
Okay, what were you saying?
There we go.
The PowerPoint is under the shared file
Okay.
of this meeting.
Sounds good.
Sorry. Bull. Oh, better.
But you don't realize if your phone's not on silent, we're gonna start charging a fee. The
Hang
all
on,
donations will
just-
go into the
There we go.
Stephanie Evelyn Retirement Funds.
Just turned it off.
Alright.
I can turn it off, I can see.
Well, some pastors have a wedding, if the phone goes off, it's $100 to the bride and groom.
Yep, I
Yep.
like that idea.
Seen that. No,
What if somebody comes in and they're speaking and phone goes off, do they pay $20?
All right, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. It is 9:30 AM, June 8th. How about we stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, roll call. Rod,
Here.
Scott,
here.
Josh, Lauren,
Here.
Stephanie's here. All right, take a look at the agenda. I'm looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
Want to add something to the agenda?
Oh, yeah. You guys want to, yeah.
We're gonna have to put Chad on. He's got a couple things we could run by.
I got, water cooler
Okay, we will,
for, and, talk to you about, see if you guys will give us permission, to get all sand in for the rodeo.
Oh.
Guys know in the shop, haul it in.
I'll make a motion to approve the additions to the agenda.
perfect. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Rod. Motion by Lauren. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed, same sign. All right. Next on here, we have the open the floor for public comment. Is there anybody here for public comment? All right, nobody is here for public comments. Please review the minutes from May 18th and May 29th. And we'll take those as two different motions just to have that. All right, any additions or corrections to the minutes? Have you guys had time to review them?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented on both, and you want each one separate?
Correct.
I'm gonna do that one and first one was it May
May 18th.
18th, okay.
Motion to approve May 18th minutes by Scott,
I'll second.
second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion barring none? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Excellent. Motion carried. On to the next one. Review May 29th minutes, please. Any additions or corrections to the May 29th minutes? Okay, can I look for? a
Yep,
mo-
I'll make motion to approve it That's presented.
Motion by Scott to approve the minutes. Can I get a second?
I'll second it. Go ahead.
Second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion, barring none? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Let's take a gander of the bills. Samantha, anything on the bills that are not as of, good morning, Jamie.
Morning.
As of not regular expenses?
No.
Hey, any questions on the bills? What's Farm and Home Publishers? Is that a place where we advertise?
Those are the plat books
Oh,
that we
Oh,
get and then we sell them.
oh, yes.
Okay.
yes, yes. Excellent. Any other questions? I look for a motion to approve the expenses.
Make that motion.
Motion by Josh. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion, barring none? We'll do roll call. Rod.
Aye.
Scott.
aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Lauren.
Aye.
Stephanie votes aye. Motion carried. Let's see, who do we have next? Monthly office reports.
In your, it should be in that shared file. I did find when Harold was in, with me a few weeks ago, he was kind of helping me with this report and this report with CPT, and I did find a report. If you guys wanted to look through that, if that's something that you are interested in receiving, I can start getting those to you.
We love reports.
I know. This one just shows, you know, the auditor's office has this much budgeted, this much been used, and this much percentage left. It doesn't have per line item, but it does have the budget as a whole.
The summary. Oh, that's good. That'll help when you work on year-end stuff and in the next budget. Good, thank you for that report.
There's a bigger one that I can show like actual line items, but this one just kind of skims that up.
Yeah, the software isn't it's not my favorite. Okay, any questions on the reports? If not, we can move on. Next. We got Sheriff Deputy Beerley, Sheriff Office Update. Look at you, I'm so
Yay.
proud, welcome.
Amber's on vacation, so that's why I'm here.
Good for her.
Right? I got the monthly stats passed around to you guys. I didn't get these to Sam earlier. Just wanted to share these with you. The top one is last month, so month May, calls for service by area. So the different towns in our county where we're going to the most. And then the next one is for the beginning of the year, each month what we've done. So this last month of May, we were down a little bit, but we're still on the higher end. So, I mean, we're kicking it off into summer here with a bang.
Yes.
The big thing that I really want to tell you guys about was we did the bike safety on the 2nd, and that was a really amazing turnout. I mean, we had like 50 kids.
I love
So
that.
it was awesome. I forget how many helmets, but it was up in like the 30s, 40s that we gave out. Town and Country also paired with us. So they gave us some coupons to hand out if kids are wearing their helmets for a free ice cream cone. So that's been very well received. So if you see any kids or have kids, I mean, make sure they're wearing their helmet. And we'll try to track them down. Give them ice cream. You guys have any questions for me at all? Or-
No, we'll just read off the areas. In the month of May, there was 14 calls in Binford. Cooperstown had 126. Griggs County had 77. Hannaford had
I don't know what happened.
Oh, it went off?
Did I touch something? I'm
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Tapping. Yeah, we do currently have a missing person, by the way. So if any of you have seen or heard of Darren Dahl out and about recently, please let us know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I got. You
Okay.
have no more
Thanks.
questions for me?
I
Thank
do
you,
not.
guys.
Perfect.
Anybody have questions?
Oh.
No, keep up the good work, you guys.
We like to see this. This is really nice. You know?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate this, you know, so.
Okay, let's move on to the tax equalization. So do we move in, suspend the meeting, move into this, or do we just have?
I think let's continue on with the regular meeting until 10, right?
Okay,
Okay.
we'll come back to you. So, Mr. Wayne, you are next. Come on down.
Oh, we can- yeah.
Okay, we'll just have our county agent next. Come down and introduce yourself to everybody and
Yeah, I don't have handouts for you guys. I was just gonna kind of keep this casual. I'm Haley McClue. I'm originally from West Central Iowa, and then I came up for NDSU, and I just got my degree this May in ag communications, and I minored in crop and weed science. And I moved to town and here full time. I started part-time a little bit towards the end of the school year, so it's been great to get settled in and really get diving in and get everything ready for the county fair coming up.
yeah, you get here just in time for all of that.
Just in time. Yes, so it's been busy, but it's been good. I was at the library's summer reading kickoff party, and it was good to meet some of the community there and meet some more people, so.
Oh, good for you. That's wonderful to have to get out there and do that. Yes, and during Cooper Days, the 4-H is huge.
Yes.
Very, very big. It's a big thing in Cooperstown. I'm very proud to say my children partook in all of that. And did you hear, Scott, that her minor is crop and weed science?
I heard that. That's what I was.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's what my major was agronomy and my minor was ag econ.
Yeah.
That's back about 84. That dates. me.
And I bet some of the plant science professors
They're still
are
there.
Still there, yeah.
Some are still there, same as ag econ.
Yeah.
Some of them are still there. It's
Mhm.
unreal, but yeah, it's what it is.
Yes, that's all I had.
Okay, do you have a deputy yet hired?
No, so I have interviews at the end of the week for an admin assistant. I had 2 applications.
Okay, great for you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yes. And her door is always open, so if anyone wants to go visit with her, you can go on in and visit.
that.
Don't have the humidity here,
Yeah.
central Iowa.
Wait.
And now we can go to Wayne. Can you talk for 10 minutes, Wayne?
Good to wait.
Might be able to.
Can you be chatty for 10 minutes? Actually, a little bit longer, a little bit longer than 10 minutes.
Okay, well, on June 3rd, I went a road inspection tour with Carsonson Construction and Scott Marion from Garrison Diversion. We went over some of the roads that they're gonna start using. In fact, they may have started already. They showed us which roads we would be using first. So they said we could start blading it and keep track of the hours because it's $400 an hour that they will pay us. So Jim Anderson started blading last week. They also said at this time, they were just gonna do the calcium chloride near the farmsteads. Like by Amber's, there's a road that goes by and then it goes to the north, and they're gonna do that intersection too. And try that, because otherwise, the chloride gets so hard. We did get the special cutting edges with the stingers on, but if we don't have to put them on, benefit us. So
Not to interrupt you, Wayne, but
Yep.
if you put those on and then can you blade normal gravel?
you can blade normal gravel.
Okay.
It doesn't have a smooth finish when it's done. It's got.
Because they're like a carbide finger that hang down.
It
isn't it?
stings
Yeah,
down, sticks
yeah.
down like that.
Okay,
So if we don't have to put them on, it'd be better. That way, you can switch machines, like say, if Gary's available to go out there and blade with John Deere, and we don't have those stingers on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is starting. They're gonna be using that County Road 9, which is 104th Avenue first. And they'll be hauling in the chips or the gravel. It's actually 1 inch size minus.
Where did they get it?
They're getting it from over by McHenry.
I,
I think it's by the Cheyenne River there.
yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't know where they could find that good of a rock gravel around here, but there used to be a pit over there at Gleason's. Owned or had a right to haul gravel out of it. But I think this is a little farther east. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Then there'll be stockpiling for the pipes to go in. Because that's supposed to go around. And let's see. They hadn't gotten a place to put all the clay yet. I don't know if you had talked to him, Jamie. There might be some clay available.
I might want to talk to them because I need some play.
Yeah. So I know we had talked about it before that might want some, so.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll get a hold of them today.
Um. It's all with the Carsonson.
I noticed when I was, like,
Yeah.
this morning, there's a couple trucks went by coming this way with pipes on board.
Okay,
Yeah, coming right by and heading
Yep.
east for west, so.
104th, that's.
that's County Road 9, goes to Revere.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the one.
so they're gonna start it there and work their way west then?
Well, right now they're working on some of those stream crossings and stuff. They're gonna have to bore underneath Ball Hill Creek and a couple other creeks, I believe. So that's why they've got silt barriers up around those areas that they're gonna be excavating out of. Any more questions about that? He said if we can submit a bill every 2 weeks. And then they would pay it. Be more when we get more regular, because they would like it bladed every 2 weeks, if not more often, depends upon the traffic. Of course, with the chloride, they said this was up to you, the commissioners, whether they wanted everything chlorided right away, or if you wanted to wait and see how it,
I think we should wait and see, don't you guys?
see how it worked. If it starts getting all raveled up and stuff, then you
Yeah.
probably want to have it chloride so it doesn't fly off the roads and stuff, but 35 miles an hour will help.
How does chloride help with washboards?
Well, it'll help if you, if you put it down right away and then it packs, it'll help.
Get some water on it.
Yeah. So now how it'll work, which they say with those oversized rocks, that gets pressed down into the roadbed, which gives it some strength. But it's only gonna be like 250, he said. I don't know if that's tons or yards per mile, which isn't much. Just,
No, that's not a lot, but,
yeah.
and they won't be doing a mile, well, or how long are they gonna do it when they?
Yeah, and I think they might be,
Just doing spots, aren't they? Right to start with,
yeah,
areas, I mean.
they're gonna be doing like miles of gravel, of
Well-
rock, all the way from like
Oh, they're
200,
gonna, okay. they're gonna
200
do
all the way down to.
They're gonna do
where the pipe
everything?
Site is. Yeah, they won't do it all at once, because that'd be in stages. At the end of that contract is like a mile from Cass Arsted's, I think, is where it
Oh, that's where it
stops.
ends, okay.
But I suppose if they put it on too deep right away, they'd end up just kind of pushing off into the ditch anyway.
Yeah.
So if they put it thin enough, they'll probably push you into the ground.
Yeah,
Is that 1 inch rock?
1 inch minus, yeah, it's 1 inch and then smaller. Also the bridge project. They had taken out the abutments on both sides and were dredging out the river bottom, and they raised up the approach from the west about 2 feet, widened it out, and they're gonna do the same on the east side, maybe have by now, because I wasn't there Thursday, but progress is coming. So,
That due this fall? Finished this fall?
yeah, October 15th, I believe, is the
That's what I thought.
final.
Good.
But you guys had to wait anyways to start, right?
Pardon?
You guys had to wait anyways for the spotting season, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's all.
Anything on the McHenry Road?
We haven't heard if those grants haven't been chosen yet,
Okay,
so hopefully it get drawn for one.
I received an email on, must have been on Friday, for the contract for the LPA state aid project that Steph needs to sign. Has that already been approved and good to go to DocuSign?
Is that the Red Willow project or?
If I give you a number, would you know? No.
I don't think we had a project number even yet.
Okay.
Well, we
let
applied for
me-
2 of them for Red Willow, I know.
Yeah. Or the,
We got
But I can't,
One.
I can't see
One.
it unless I put like her, like
Yeah.
Steph's name into it. But it looks like the total estimate project cost is 1,030,958.
and we gotta pay 800,000 out of there.
And then I go to DocuSign this.
weren't we waiting for the second half of that?
The maximum that the grant was for was 500,000.
Oh, I can view it here. Hold on.
Yep,
So then we have to pay the 500,000.
800,000, whatever it was, you know.
Yep, Red Willow Lake. Yep, yep. We're good to sign this one? Yes, okay. Sounds great.
Commissioners voted to approve going
Yep.
forward with it.
Wonderful. I will get that.
My time up.
We're gonna start talking about feelings.
We got 8 minutes, yeah.
Feelings, I-
We can move on to
I
Chad
hurt
too.
feelings, but
Oh, yeah, we can move on to
What's-
Chad too.
What's the latest on the signs for Hannaford? What's the latest there? Josh?
So I talked to the power company, they're willing to do whatever, so whenever the signs come in, we get them. I got kind of some areas figured out, so when they fully come in, me and you can get together, get them set. And then I will get all the electrical figured out and get them tied in.
Okay, so first of all, I haven't ordered them yet
Oh, okay.
because there was still
Yeah,
uncertainty whether we're gonna use the solar ones or
Right.
the electric ones.
and not that it matters, but I just after having decided we're gonna go this way. I've been watching as I've been traveling.
Yeah.
And everything is solar. You know, they've all got a 1x2 solar, so I mean, is that the way to go? I mean, they're everywhere.
I'm cool with either way. I know you said you've seen issues with solar, but I mean.
And we have 2 solar signs up on County Road 8 up there, and the one now isn't working again. Batteries don't get charged up, especially during the winter when the sun is lower and it isn't.
How
It isn't.
how big of a battery or a solar panel do
It's
they
a-
have? Do they have a?
It's a-
It is a big
Yeah.
one. Okay, well then.
I don't know if you could put 2 on there. I thought about. But they got special connections and stuff. I don't know if you can get a splitter and put like 2 on there. That's why I tried to get to
We
put
could
2
maybe try to
batteries in
look into
it.
that too. I mean, it's entirely up to you.
Wasn't the power grid cheaper than the solar ones, right?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
power ones were cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes. But I still gotta wire them and
Mhm.
everything. I talked to Otter Tail. So one side, there's poles always across. The other side, there's not. But talking to Otter Tail and everything, talking to the lineman, he said he was more than willing to work with us regardless what we do. So, it's just basically in town and then the one side would probably have to get across and hit another pole on the other side. So that's the only issue.
Is Otter Tail, will that go on to the streetlight billing then? So there's no billing on the power?
That I never asked him, but he pretty much said, whatever you guys need to do, we'll work with you guys. So, I was just more looking at being able to make sure there was power there on some of these locations first.
Yeah, I was concerned with trees and stuff in Hannaford might shade the solar panels.
That's my concern about the city. I'm more for the electric power from the power company. That's my opinion, but
Yeah, so I will order them today.
What was your opinion?
I would go with the power company with Otter Tail. It's consistent flow of power.
Yep.
That's and you follow what I'm saying now.
Yep.
And like I said, I was more, I was more looking into it and I was like, okay, when they come in, then we can fully figure out where we're gonna put them and what it's gonna take to tie them in from there.
Yep.
But I just wanted to make sure there was power there first, and there is, and
Okay.
they'll work with us, so.
How long does the signs take when you order them? How long? 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3?
Yeah, probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Do we wanna?
Well, I
You
think,
did well.
I think if that's the case, let's just get them ordered then. Let's go for the power ones, get them done.
Okay,
coming.
yeah.
Okay,
If that's what you guys
Yeah.
decided on, but
Yeah. that's my opinion.
pending the Otter Tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were more than willing to work with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thanks, Wayne.
Okay.
Chad, you got 4
Gotten a
minutes?
lot of good comments. on
I can
Years
make
late.
it last
Yeah.
30
A
seconds.
lot of people.
Come on
Just,
down.
Bring some stuff to you. Last week I had Pure Water Technology show up.
What?
And they got water coolers. And I talked to the ladies in the offices and they're wondering maybe if we should get one to put right there. It'll fit right beside there. All the guy needs is a plug-in and he runs a 1/4 inch line right to the faucet and hooks underneath. So this one, there's 3 of them, but I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna go with the ice maker. So
I don't think you can put one right by too close to the outlet because there is a regulation as to how far water has to be from outlets.
Gosh,
Don't ask me why I know that.
There's no regulation, it's just they have to be ground fault protection, which.
GFI.
Okay, because I know in the nursing home, we couldn't hang things so close to outlet
this one stands on the floor.
or have it too close to outlet.
It's got hot, there's 2 different ones here. They got hot water and cold water. And they got like a 5 filter system, so they're actually pretty good. They do reverse osmosis. The smaller one is $50 a month lease, minimum of 5-year lease. And then every year it's $100. They come in and replace 2 of the filters every year. And then they test the water. And if it needs the other ones replaced, they replace the other filters. There's 3 other ones.
Can you pass it around? Okay.
Yep,
Okay, so it's $50 a month for 5 years and then $100
for one of them.
annual inspection.
The other one of them's $50 a month, one of them's 60. The bigger one's 60.
I don't know if we need a bigger one.
Well, it holds more cold water. It holds 2 gallons and one is a gallon, a little over a gallon or something. I don't remember the exact. He just stopped in and I visited with him and I said I would just bring it up and see if one thing, if like the sheriff and them want cold water, they gotta go way down to the other end to get it out of that faucet. So it'd be shorter for them to come if they wanted it. And there's hot water if somebody wants
Like tea or something.
tea or something. It's like 180-degree water comes out of it, I think he said. So I just said I'd bring it up and my other thing is, for the fair, we got that rodeo coming in
Yeah.
and the barrel racers last year, well, that's why there was none of them. They wouldn't ride on that dirt.
Yeah.
Cause they don't want to hurt their horse.
Mhm.
And Scott down there said he'd donate sand. If it meets,
If it meets what they need.
I don't know what they need. I'd have to talk to somebody. What I would like to know is if you guys would let Wayne and them haul in loads from, there's another place up north that donated too, but I don't remember who that was. And last time they hauled sand in, it come from Johnson Stock Farm. I don't know if that come from down by Shale. I don't know that.
In the hill with it.
How many, I don't know how many loads, how many do you think, Rod? I was thinking, we gotta have at least half of the arena done, cause you put your chutes in, so it'd be from the chutes halfway, and on the other end, we had bleachers last year, you know.
Correct.
So I was thinking 25 loads to start, I don't know.
Last time I remember, this is many years ago,
Yep.
I had access to an end dump and I hauled quite a bit from that pit down south. I don't know, we loaded at least 10 or 12 loads at least at that time.
Did McCardle's haul in the sand this one time too?
Yeah, I think McCarlos did too, but that's been years now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that my question is, I'll donate it, that's not a problem, it's just what, if it's the quality they want.
Yep,
I don't know that, you have to look at first.
and if,
It's got clay in it, we're going kind of back.
yeah, we can't have no
Yeah, that's
clay
what I'm
in
saying,
it.
I don't know, you have to.
I don't know how pure they need it. I'll have to find that out.
What do you think?
But we need to get this done within a couple of weeks so we can get it all spread out and everything ready and worked in. You guys would have to bring your loader to load it. And then we got gates on both ends. I'm pretty sure be able to get the trucks, drive right in, dump it, drive right out if it's dry.
Billy dump it in, just kind of try and spread it through.
I figure we just dump it, get them out of there, and I'll figure out how to move it after that. I'll come in with skid steers, or Matt said he'd bring a skid steer in, or
Okay.
get a box scraper and a big tractor and try to level it. I don't know. I don't know the correct way to do it. I just know something has to be done if we're gonna have this rodeo.
Yeah,
I know it takes a lot of sand.
it does.
But I was thinking 25 loads
It has to
for,
be that thick.
let's see, do they want all sand on top, or do they want it kind of mixed in with the old sand so it's loose? I don't know.
Most of it's dirt, isn't it? No?
Well, all the sand, it was 20 years ago or whatever they did this. I was thinking 25 loads, Wayne, because we're only gonna do half of it, basically, because the
Right.
chutes start on the one half and the other half we have bleachers. So the minimum length for now to what they are gonna use, eventually the whole thing should be done, but it'd be a start. 25 loads would be a start, be better than it was. I would think.
I don't know if that could be enough.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying the time frame is 25 loads and it take a little bit of time to get in.
And I think the question is, are you guys okay with the county road hauling the sand?
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
it, but how do we bill it? Is it?
Do we bill it or do we donate the truck time?
I think did you guys donate it last time? What do you guys do?
Cause
We didn't haul anything in there.
Okay,
Because you guys.
We did,
also
yeah.
Volunteers.
yeah, volunteers, yeah.
And then in order to get a blade in there, you can't unless the whole end was gone on both ends. Because you can only drive so close and then you're at the fence.
but see, we're not going right up to the fence on the ends. I don't know if we're gonna blade it. Is that what they did before? I don't know how they spread it. That would be the quickest, I would think,
We didn't blade it because we couldn't get in, it was just.
Okay,
small gate.
because I don't know how far all their head shoots and catches on the one end, so that's gotta be in 30 feet maybe on the one end, and the other end is probably at least 40, 50 feet from the end. For right now, we're just gonna use basically the middle section. Cause by the time they get their head shoots in and the other end, they don't need it that big, they said, so.
Yeah,
When
try
is-
and bring him in and
I would just put them in and just dump them side by side as tight as they can get them till they run out of room, and then we'll worry about trying to level it.
When is the rodeo again? When is it?
The 11th, July 11th, I
July
think.
Fair.
So I mean, if we could get it in, if Wayne has time to do it, sooner the better. I'll go down flag where we can start dumping. We got gates on both ends now, Wayne. So they should be able to, if they can make the corner, I can come down and get you, or I can take Gary or somebody that is gonna be trucking and see what they think, if we wanna come in which end would work the best for them. And then,
25 loads, that's a couple days of haul, and that's all the guys I suppose are bleeding and busy right now.
Well, if you don't do it, we aren't gonna have a
Rodeo.
the barrel racers won't come.
they'll quit coming.
So that's why bunch of them that were here last year refused to ride because of the ground.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I wish they would have said something sooner, the guys that we put on, but
it's kind of a county fair.
Yeah,
It is.
I can
Mm.
agree with you on that one, yeah. It's kind of our, I guess, look at this, it's our kind of our donation to the cause.
Well,
and we'll get it from Scott if that stuff is
Yeah.
qualified. Otherwise, I can't remember there's somebody else that donated it, or we'd have to go stock. The fair would go talk to Johnson Stock Farm,
That's quite a
or
ways away.
that's farther, yeah.
hill up north. I mean, that might be a
I
possibility.
mean,
That's sand up there pretty
You know,
much.
It's up to you guys, I guess.
And Mrs. Zimperk would be a good one to,
yeah, Rod was saying Dave Zimprick's got some really nice sand too.
I mean, to
Yeah,
talk,
yeah,
to talk to
that's
about
fine.
fixing it up. So it's
That's close
decent.
too,
Oh, okay.
whatever you want.
I was thinking of talking to up by Binford, they're big into it. That's who I always dealt with when I worked the ground for them, when I worked for the city. No, they got horses and, I can't think of his name right now, but.
Okay.
Jim's wife would know what. I'd talk to her, get her input, cause
Yep.
I know.
I mean, I know nothing. I don't know what they require or anything.
Her daughter, I mean, they've been all over.
Oh, sure.
areas.
Yep, I can do that.
Talk to her, she'll give you
Mm-hmm.
good advice.
And if I can find anything, Shelley?
Yeah,
Yep.
Shelley, yeah.
If I could find any sand closer that
Couldn't get her name.
be,
right.
You're
you
good.
know, Scott's isn't too far, so.
No.
Where's yours at?
It's south of the farm about a mile
Okay,
in the valley there. Yeah, it's easy to get in and out of.
okay,
I mean, it's, yeah,
let's check that out, I guess.
yeah, we're gonna look at that, see what you guys think, you know,
You know that hill up here,
or whatever.
1 miles north of the west, that,
Only
that's it.
thing, Lauren, with that hill up there is probably vegetation growing all over because nobody's been up there for quite a few years.
Well, you got-
You have to take the cat up there or something,
Probably.
fair enough.
I don't know. I just know I know they've gotten sand and I know it's fairly close to
Easiest
town.
would be Zimprix
If that's the case.
And
you can
That's
just
close.
spread out on the highway and come right.
Oh,
up or something.
I don't know how, much about that, I've just, I've
Okay.
heard that they've got.
That's fine. I mean, that's perfect if we can,
Yeah.
Dave Zimprix.
Oh, that's not that far either.
no, that's even closer yet.
If I get it lined up, you guys be able to haul like within the next couple weeks, you think?
Yeah, that's how we-
I mean, like I said, the sooner the better we can get it in there and get it
Yep.
worked
Spread
and
out.
spread out. I know everybody, I mean, everybody's busy. And then once you hit July, everybody's even worse.
You probably have to spread it and see how much you got and you might have to get more.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna do it, we'd wanna do it all.
One day.
Right now, there's that road, going the macro road we call it, that's got a slough there by Oliver Anderson's. And the water's been washing away the edge of the road, so they're gonna try to get some rock out of the Haugu pit.
Oh, over there.
Rocks it in. And we're gonna get overrun up there to try to save that edge, but, you know, for graveling on a regular road, it's kind of soft.
Yeah.
And I'm going on vacation.
Okay.
The 16th, so I don't care.
You need a motion to do that.
Do we, if we do this, then if you're on vacation, who's gonna be in charge? We talk to Gary or,
Okay.
okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
And I'll talk to him. I get back there and explain.
Okay.
Find the source and.
Yeah, I'll do some checking and see. We'll go take a look at Scott's and talk to somebody that knows something more than me.
So that you can get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5 loads out without
Yep,
True.
yep.
running into dirt to.
Well, the rodeo is, you know, last year was the first year and I think this year will be a lot bigger. You know, but
Yeah.
people thought about it now.
Oh, last year, I mean, we had pretty close to 1,000
We did,
spectators.
we did. First year was really.
I was surprised. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
No.
just the more.
I think that this year will be a lot better because people realize what it is,
Mhm.
you know.
Yep,
It's pretty good entertainment.
yep,
It really is.
yep.
You know, well, me,
I mean,
you
it's-
and Ron are all there.
And it's something different
Yeah.
than
Demo derby.
we've had here in the past. We haven't had something like that.
Try something new.
Yep.
Well, if we expect people to sponsor it, we
Yep.
have to.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, if we want the riders to come, we gotta get
Yep.
the dirt good for them.
I don't know if it needs to be a motion or not, but let's do a motion, just so that it's on the books.
I'll make a motion that we, I don't know if you want, how to
Freeze it.
put the words in, whether to look into it or to move forward with it. I guess that's the.
Motion to move forward with helping bring sand to the fairgrounds for the rodeo pit or rodeo arena.
Yes.
I'll sign that one.
Okay, second by Josh. I suppose Sam, I'll have to write this down because I'm gonna miss it.
Mhm.
Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion?
You missed the vote.
You're good.
Barring none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
I
Opposed, same sign.
Okay.
Fantastic, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And then this water is just something for you to think about. We don't have to answer right now. It's just, we can bring it up next meeting and just something. to-
Okay, my question is, where would that come out of on the budget? If we can, if Sam can look for the next
Yep.
meeting, where an idea as to, we can fit this in the budget here, then I think we can,
Yeah, cause it's like, what, 700 a year or something?
yeah.
60, if you go with the $60 one,
Yep,
and then it's $100 maintenance. They do all the maintenance. I guess Christians have this, and so there's a couple businesses. I wonder if the bank don't have this same
I think it.
guy. So,
They might even donate funds.
It's $820 a year
Better
to
call
have
Shelley.
the,
Big one or six.
the $60 one?
yep, the 2-gallon.
Okay,
Ask Shelley if she'll,
yep,
give you advice.
yep,
She will.
yes, I know, I'll talk to
No,
her.
I just mean she knows.
Yep, yep,
And
She's
she
very
knows it.
passionate about it too.
Well,
good,
she is. and she
good. I
knows-
will talk to her.
She knows the people to talk to.
Mhm.
I'll talk to her.
Good.
Well-
So next meeting, we'll bring that back and we'll do a final
Okay,
review on that.
okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Linda, we even gave you 12 extra minutes or into your side.
So what I need is I need a motion to recess the regular meeting and move into tax equalization.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Scott. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Let's move on to the equalization. Do we need to?
Call the meeting to order.
Okay. I will call the meeting to order for the equalization. It is 10:12 PM on June 8th. And don't wait for Scott, or the floor is all Linda's.
Floor's all in this.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
Good day, guys.
You too. Enjoy your vacation.
Wedding,
Oh,
Lower Michigan.
Oh, even more fun.
Sam, did you get
Sure.
this sent to them?
Yes, yep,
Okay.
it is in their
Good.
packet.
There's something I gotta win.
Nope, that same one.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Just
and then
go
you
on,
just-
just-
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, gotcha.
All right. In the packet on page 14 is the start of the equalization information.
Today I submit the 2026 total assessment for this year. As you can see on the first paragraph there, or the first block of numbers, you can see where we're at for this year. It is a decrease of 5% from last year. The reason being there was a couple of reasons. The ag land, of course, the decrease in 6% in the ag land value is based on the North Dakota state all agricultural land value of $704. And where in Griggs County, in order to comply, we needed to reduce by 6% in order to qualify. Our land value for 2025 was 727, so we were too high. And with this, the state has done this, and I believe 52 of the 53 counties had to decrease their ag land this year. So
What's the egg land value again? 707?
704.26 is what it is
Okay.
from the state. And right now we're at 684.
Hope I see it right there. The next
7.
page. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the residential increase is real basic, 3%. There was a rounding that I did for the valuations. They were all, I rounded them to the nearest 100, and that's where that came in. And then there was quite a few of the township assessors picked up a lot of residential property that was throughout the county that should have been listed and assessed. So that came on there. The North Dakota primary residence credit is a program that the state has given us $1,600 credit for your primary residence. You have to apply for it through the state of North Dakota. And with that being said, the state of North Dakota sends it to the county, the list with the parcel names and the numbers, the parcel numbers, and then the names that have applied for this credit. Then the county, with this list, the county has to go through it and look at them and verify that each one of them is qualified for residence. And then the county is required to send out a notice to these people, to the applicants that approved or denied. So Griggs County had 527 applications.
Good.
And 521 qualified and 6 were denied. And 6, the denial is for reasons they put down their an incorrect number, or they weren't being taxed for their home, or there was other reasons why, but only 6 were denied. So out of the 1,041 residential properties, that's a pretty good
Yeah.
That's a pretty good note. That's 50% of the taxpayers in Griggs County qualified for it. So that was a good thing. And the status notifications again had to be sent out to the 500 and some. And then the commercial, the big thing was that, I don't know if you remember, a couple of months back, I had talked to you guys about the elevators.
Mhm.
Well, the elevators, I wasn't able to get an appraiser out here to do it. So I went in and did the reassessment on my own, and I qualified it, and I sent it, the application, because the Central Plains Ag Services had called and asked for a reassessment done on theirs. So with the, going through it, there was quite a bit of a decrease in their valuations. This summer, I'll do the rest of them. And also, there was in Central Plains, that Hannaford elevator, there was some property that had been moved and had been taken off. Structures had been moved and taken and removed from the property. So that had to come off as well. So we will continue. I'll continue to try and get as much of it done as I can without going through a fee appraiser to get it done. Because I think I can do it with the Vanguard program, with their assessments and appraisals that were done before. So those are the reasons for the decrease, but overall, the overall decrease was 5%. And when you have such a huge, Griggs County has a huge valuation base of ag land. And when that took that 6% decrease, that really took our values down, you know, so. And then on the second page, you'll see that our Griggs, the sales ratio. So we are in compliance with the state with the sales ratio that we took in. Even with that decrease in a commercial that was taken off because of, the value was taken off because of some of the structure was removed. So we're okay on both, all three, on residential, commercial, and agricultural. So we're good to go there. On the third page, I also included the Board of Equalization, the totals of all the townships and the 3 cities. So you can kind of see where, if you look down, Greenfield Township is where that took that decrease of the the elevator,
Yeah, 15%.
Oh,
yeah.
that wasn't, okay, yeah.
Which one? Because there's 2 of them. The one in
The
Walton or
Dover
the
one,
in Hannaford. Or the one that we went and decreased that they applied for.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is the one in Walton that they applied for a decrease.
Mhm.
Okay.
But most of them are basically anywhere from 5 to 6% decrease, you know, just depending on the ag land. There's a couple, there's one that did not agree with the decrease, so we took that away. That's totally up to them. It's just what the county suggested. And in order for us to be in compliance with the state, we had to decrease. I mean, we don't have a choice. Otherwise, they're gonna do it anyway, so.
I appreciate all your work.
You're welcome. We had, we got a report back. The state had required quite a few different, reports and, oh, we had to do all kinds of stuff this year. We were audited on our homestead credit, disabled vets. We were audited. We needed to report to that. Exempt properties, we had to get that all in to them. I did that, and with the help of a little bit of help from the city of Cooperstown, that had to be done. Ag land had to be completely redid because we had to make sure that we were using modifiers and soils and crop and non-crop. So there was a lot to do this year, so.
with these numbers, Linda, how does these play into like the 3% cap? Because I know that like it goes by, I'm trying to look at this here.
Does it go by the 3 years?
It's the removed property taxable value and the expired exemption taxable value and new property taxable value. So this would be a decrease in that, correct? With this 5%,
The
the removed property taxable value?
that would be like the removed property tax would be like the elevator, that value that we took away for the elevator, not necessarily for the ag land, but that was a decrease in, how do I want to put it? That was a valuation change just based on it wasn't actually removed. It was just wasn't, it was a change.
Gotcha.
Where with the elevator now, that would be something that we would have to take away,
Gotcha.
but that, you know,
One
because it was
Over, and
removed.
the other one would be takeaway.
Yeah, right.
What does this do to the budget then?
So that's going to decrease that quite a bit there.
Huh?
No, I don't think it's gonna help us any.
Doesn't help us with our 3%, what we can use for next year's budget.
Isn't it the 3% off of what you had last year?
And then
All of these little criterias you put into it.
so I had you help me with that last year.
Yeah.
And I can send you this again, but yeah, it's the taxable value plus the new property plus the expired minus the removed and then it gets you to a number. And so it's
Little formulas.
gonna be fun.
I'll work with you before I send it in.
Yes, and as soon as we can get the number, for the budget, we can
Yeah,
rock and roll on that.
Working.
Okay,
I'll get
Would
this
we have to
ready and
accept
then.
this? I mean.
Well,
yes,
Yeah, we have to.
yes, we'll need a motion to accept the
Yeah.
Griggs County sales ratio. Is that the word we would use?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Rod to accept the 2026 Griggs County sales ratio. Can I get a second? Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Fantastic. Motion carried. Thank you, Linda.
So in the past, we've gone through and we've done individual. Did you need that at all?
If you can just make a motion on page 3, if you can just make a motion to approve all
Board
the,
Equalization totals?
yeah,
Yeah, for each township you're talking, the
Yeah.
township one.
because we did
Yeah.
Oh,
basically,
yes.
we didn't have any issues amongst any of those.
didn't-
We didn't change them
Okay.
anything drastic except for Greenfield, and I talked to you guys
Oh.
about that.
So we can do it all in one motion. Great.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the one time we had to go each individual.
Yeah, and that's what I had
township.
in my meetings minutes from
Yeah.
last year. So
So I am looking for a motion to accept the 2026 Griggs County Board of Equalization totals for all the townships in the city.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Scott. Can I get a second? Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
I got a question. How come all the ag land went down in value?
North Dakota has a average ag land value that it has to, that Griggs County must comply with. And that was at 720, that was at 704 for 2026. The state gives us that number. And so our number was 727 per acre. So we had to decrease our number in order to be in compliance with the state ag land.
Wasn't pretty much the whole state though.
52 of the 53 counties all decreased their ag land this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just takes an average of the egg and sales, so the sales were 6% less across the board.
Well, NDSU has a formula that they use for crop and cropland, and it's a whole process that they have to go through. And they take 10 years and they drop off the high and the low and they use the 8 and then get an average of the 8 years. Okay. And that's for each county. Well, what happens is that if you have one or the other drop off and there's a big increase or decrease, it's going to show up. And it showed up this year for all the counties.
I
So-
didn't mean that wasn't how we do it, but my question was, a lot of the land has been selling for a lot higher than it did last year, and yet the valuation seems to be going down. So I know that the valuation year by year keeps going up, but that was why I was wondering, we got a 5% decrease.
Yeah. And then,
It's a formula, but
Probably the value of it probably go down now.
huh?
The value of it might go down now.
The value might go down. Well, it seems like the farmers keep bidding it up.
That's their choice.
well, and a lot of that
That
did.
isn't the value, or that's, yeah, but
A lot of that is based on production, cost and production and cost and everything. And then again, it's that 10-year average where 10 years ago, it might have been way different than it is right now. And we all know that the cost of everything is way higher than it was 10 years ago, but
I don't know how they figure it. I mean, that isn't the point. And I know you did what you were required to do. That isn't the point either. It just doesn't seem, I just wondered, It's gonna affect our budget
Oh,
though,
boy.
Yeah.
if we, so
Especially
Maybe
with
that-
that and the 3% cap, we're gonna be.
we're gonna, that's all I'm.
And it, I mean, you might want to reach out to another county. If any of you know any other county commissioners or county commissioners association or something, maybe. It's very difficult, but, okay.
Any other
all I
questions
have.
or discussion? All right, I will need a motion to adjourn.
The motion to adjourn, please.
Rod made the motion to adjourn the meeting. Can I get a second? Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
I don't need to make a motion to resume the next meeting? I do.
You reconvene the meeting.
Oh, I need a motion to reconvene.
No, you don't need a motion. Sorry, you just reconvene. it.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
going to reconvene the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to Youth Works information.
This information was just sent to me by Amber. The email is there as well in your packet. That's all the information that I have for you. Sorry. If you, this,
Okay, what does Youth Works do for me?
Mhm.
Okay. Good morning, Youth Works. Youth Works is not requesting a budget increase under its current contract with the counties and its cities to provide short-term shelter for youth that have been picked up by law enforcement and cannot immediately return home. Attached is a spreadsheet detailing the budget amount being requested from each jurisdiction. To the extent possible, Youth Works takes advantage of other sources and funding to offset the cost of the counties and cities. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so attached is the funding request for this, and they're not asking for money. The purpose of this letter is to request funding for it.
I was a little confused on that as well. We've never, as far as I know, I could misspeak, but we've never sent funding to this place in the past.
So proposed budget for 12 months calendar 2027 they are looking for Griggs County to donate or budget, I shouldn't say, $1,591 towards the shelter. And it's Fargo LA Shelter. Do you have this?
So what
Yeah.
this is,
Yeah.
my understanding of it is it's a,
Do you want to come down?
it's,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Will you come down so we're,
My understanding is it's a detention center for delinquent children. So, of course, a juvenile can't go into a regular jail, and there's very few facilities. I think what this does is prioritizes, and Amber probably can answer this better, but it prioritizes a bed space for Griggs County if we're involved with it. And I don't know what the nightly rate is. Most of the detention centers, the nightly rate's like $450 or $500 for a juvenile because of the requirements for staff per kid.
his placement is $546 per day.
So it's expensive, but I think that $1,500 prioritizes Griggs County, so we have a spot if we do have a delinquent kid that needs to be put in detention.
Okay,
We haven't used it for a while. I don't think we've had any kids in detention, but that doesn't mean that we wouldn't.
right. Is this something that we need a motion on, or is this something when we work on the budget, we just put in the back of our mind and,
I think you talked to Amber about it more so because I think that's what this is.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
And this is a program that once you sign up, we can use. So let's just say that we vote no on this. and then we do have a minor that ends up in,
Then I don't think we have a priority bed space. If they have spaces available, I think we can use it.
Okay.
I think that's what this is. It's,
and would we be required then to pay the $546 a night if they had a bed space?
yeah, regardless, that's what a bed space, that's what a bed cost for a juvenile in
Okay,
a detention center. It's typically, I mean, it's pretty rare that it happens that we put someone in detention. I can think of one person probably within the last 5 years that we've done it with. But it's awfully difficult to find a spot. But like I said, I think Amber probably has more information about it, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is.
It's to help offset the expenses.
You know,
well, I think it
Okay.
sounds like a fair idea, but
Yep.
do we want to have Amber next meeting explain?
yeah.
I think we should, can we add this to the next meeting and have Amber
Let's
discuss
table it and
on
have her come.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I think from what Jamie said, it sounds like
A good deal.
yeah.
I can be,
So their detention centers are hard to find for juveniles. I think there's one out in Bismarck. And I don't think Grand Forks is open anymore. Devil's Lake isn't open anymore. And I believe there's the one in Fargo. So
Yep.
it's, and maybe one in Minot, but it's difficult to find a place for juveniles to go if they do get in trouble to the
Is
point
this-
that they need detention.
Kind of like a Dakota Boys Ranch kind of a deal.
Kind of, but it's not, it's like a pre-sentence place.
it's a short term.
Yeah, it's a short term. It's like it would be if, so it's pretty rare to keep someone in detention more than a day or two unless they're a huge danger to themselves or someone else. Usually their parents take them unless their parents are unable to take them or foster families unable to take them. They try not to, the federal law makes us try to find a place for them to go that's not inside a detention center unless they're a really bad actor, I guess.
Mhm.
So it's typically a short-term stay. Now, with that said, there are, of course, those exceptions where something bad happens and they're in there for a while.
That budget that we pay out to the abuse center in Valley City, could that money be used for something like, no?
This is more as like a jail. The abused persons outreach center, that money is specifically from victim,
The
the-
county victim advocate.
the victim advocate money, the $25 victim witness fee that comes from the court. And that's statutorily for that kind of thing or for programming for victims. I would still encourage the county to pay that money into that because we use them.
The counties have funded this option since 1986, when jailing of status offenders was prohibited under the law, so no juveniles can be in jail. At the request of the juvenile court in Bismarck, Police Youth Bureau, County Social Services, and other works with youth that cannot return home, Youth Works provides short-term shelter services. So the services provided in the center include attend care, emergency supervision for youth involved with law enforcement, and crisis center and counseling for runaways and other youth risks of out-of-home placement.
So there have been occasions where someone is a delinquent, that social service workers have had to stay with them in hotels. Like they've had to switch off who stays with the person. But they've had to put them up in hotels and stay with them. So if this is an alternative to that, that would be probably all right for the county to invest in it. Because it's not really practical, not really safe, and kind of dumb that they're actually putting kids up in hotels and making social services stay there and keep an eye on them. Some of those kids are dangerous and they've assaulted staff members.
And they're asking Barnes, Dickey, Foster, Griggs, Lemoore, and Ransom, Stutzman, and Trail County to all donate $1,591. Cass County itself is putting $100,000 into it, and then West Fargo, the city of West Fargo, is $37,000. Fargo PD, the city, is $42,000. And then Youth Works Fund, fundraising brings in 25,000 and attendant care program brings 20,000. So they're asking very little of us compared to the 238,000 are their expenses. We're asking us to can help out with 1,591. Yes. You guys want to wait till Amber comes next month?
I don't know. I think it sounds
Okay.
legit enough that I think we should do it. Legit as a driver, I guess, to use, but
We have never paid into it in the past.
I don't remember, so no.
Perhaps they had enough funding before, now they're asking out, but
I know
I
they've,
can look into
I
it.
know they've asked for funding. And I know there's another attendant care in Moorhead. I don't know. I guess I think it's a good idea, but I think wait until after Amber can
Okay.
explain it better because it came through her, so she might have some more information.
sounds
for you
good.
guys.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
thank you. Okay, next on our list. I know. Let me go back to the 31 pages. 2025 premium discounts.
I am pleased to announce that we got a discount on our premiums for another year. It was the 5% for that LMS. The employees do contribute to that, and it's a safety webinar that they have to take every quarter. So we do get that, and then that other premium discount. So just a little information is all that we did receive the discounts back.
Well, thanks, guys.
What's the discount from?
Nadurf.
Yeah, it's for our workforce safety. So we do the different wellness classes and things like that. So we get that one, and then the employees do that LMS. So it's
If you implement a safety program for workforce safety or education, they tend to give beautiful discounts towards the total expense of having it. That just shows that we're trying to be good, be better.
And there is another program that you can file with that you can get a discount or another grant for your safety things, and we do qualify for that again this year. So I've talked to Nancy Paintner, and this year is our year to do our CPR. So
I was involved in that.
yeah, Scott comes.
Team, yeah. It's a good deal. It really is.
Yeah. And so we get a grant for that, and it's wonderful.
Okay. Tax director position. We have 2 applicants for the tax director position.
Just received another one on
We just received
Friday.
another applicant. I think it is in your packet.
It is.
My suggestion is I know we don't want to come in more days, but pick a day. If you guys, all 5 of us want to be involved in the meeting, pick a day, post it, not live stream it, but if the public wants to come and sit and listen, they sure can. And then do both the interviews in one day. Schedule 1 hour each.
We're gonna have another one for 3 or just the 2?
Linda said
No,
she would
just
be
this
willing
one.
to be
Yeah.
part of
This
the
one and then
interview.
that other one that you guys
Via,
received
even if it's not in
last-
person,
the
via
last meeting.
Oh,
Zoom, you
and
can
that just
hop
would-
in.
Do you think we need an hour?
I think it gives us time to be able to have 2 people sitting outside, waiting for one to leave, one to come. And we can go, questions may take a half an hour. We can save 45 minutes each person if you want to do
No,
that.
that's fine. I just,
Yeah,
what day are you thinking?
I don't know. Do you guys have any particular days that are better or worse?
In the morning, it'd be nice.
Right away in the morning, latest part of the day?
Yeah, early in the morning would be better for me.
Yep.
I'm kind of cool with either way. My day varies
I
day
know.
by day. Either way, I mean, it's just gonna be like Chad's interview. I trust that you guys will make the right decision, so. And do the interviews correctly, so. Like I said, they made the right decision.
Chad's feeling
Correct
pressure.
answer.
Do you guys want to do it as early as this week?
Later in the week at work.
Um, Thursday or Friday. And when I say right away in the morning, I prefer, I know you don't like anything but
Eight.
at 9 o'clock, but I prefer at 8. If we can do it 8,
8,
I can't be here at
8.
8:30?
9 would be, I can make 9.
Okay.
That just takes so much, it takes so much work day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cause I have to give it at 9, you got 9, go to 9:45, then you have a 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
10:45,
Morning
now,
shot.
now it's almost noon.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to separate in 2 different days. 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, 2 different days, but. There's a lot on the agenda. Important stuff, Jamie.
I have a hearing at 11 o'clock, so.
Oh,
Oh,
we just have we already went through the Garrison pretty much, didn't we?
yeah.
Okay. And all we have is Old Courthouse, New Courthouse and the weed spraying.
Why don't we set it up, do it in one day, and set it at 9, and that way, cause if Lauren can make it, I end up not making it for some reason. Can we do it on Zoom too, if I end up going?
Sure.
Okay, I'm not supposed to be gone, but Thursday or Friday, I'm supposed to be around.
And we kind of gotta ask the applicants what days they can fit, if they can fit a Thursday or Friday, what.
How's it,
No.
how's it work for you, Linda?
I will have to be on Zoom, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
but you do anything, that's, because you're kind of the linchpin of this whole thing.
We can do 9 and 9:45. If you guys
Yeah.
think that it's gonna take a half an hour for the questions,
Shouldn't take much more than that, I wouldn't think.
okay.
Even if we had to do next Monday too, or whatever, just see what they say. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's the big.
Well, what if one can make a Thursday and one can make a Friday? Do you want to do it that way? Whichever, okay,
Whatever works.
you
we'll
got
make
it.
Work,
you got it.
make something work.
And I'll give you an email address that you can use.
Okay.
Okay, that works perfectly. Next on there is the weed spray position, and I have a PowerPoint for that. If Sam would be so kind as to put it up there. You know what, look, don't be mocking my good PowerPoints. Soon I'm gonna put the whole meeting on a PowerPoint, just because it keeps us seeing what we have next. And of course, I have this down because it's PowerPoint and that's what I do. I'm gonna invest in my own little clicker and laser because the only one I have is for work. Okay, today we're going to discuss the weed board. If you go to the next slide, please, ma'am. Okay, so the Century Code 4.1-47, noxious weed control. We're gonna review the current weed board, the Century Code, the positions and duties, and then the proposed weed board, proposed changes. Okay, since 2019, commissioners have appointed themselves as a 5-person weed board. So the president is the chair, the vice president is the vice chair, the secretary, no one's ever been appointed secretary, the weed officer appointed was Sam, and then the road department managed the spraying. And our last meeting was April 21st, 2025, and that was when we reviewed
Noxious weeds.
everything. I have stuff to hand out to you guys because I'm a paper girl too, I guess.
So the weed board has always been the whole board since before the 2019. I have just been the weed officer since 2019.
Okay, if you wanted. And here is, I actually printed off the Century Code for it, just so you guys can follow if you want to look at the Century Code. I got an extra one here if anyone wants to look at that. Then I got one of these. So,
This is for,
yeah, you guys can share that.
if you want to look at it, I just need it for my records.
Yeah.
That's one for you, one for you, one for you. Here's another one. Here's our last meeting. That was in April 21st, 2025. Okay. Sorry, I probably could have passed these on earlier.
It's last meeting.
And then this is the paperwork. Sam has been so gracious to send me the paperwork. And I thought sometimes it's easier just to see the paperwork to see where we are with everything. two.
Yep.
If you just pass that one to Lauren too. And then you and Rod. And can you pass one down to Sam too? Just pass it on your way. Thank you. Look at all this paper.
You have time to do your job up at Netta?
Good Lord, don't tell anybody.
You check a whole tree with this?
I know.
The plant some more.
And actually yesterday, a lot of this PowerPoint I do at night from home. Here you go. All right. I handed out paperwork. So the minutes I've handed out to you guys in the last meeting that we were discussion was we had to review the noxious weeds that were currently on our list and approve that that list was current. That's what the last meeting was.
Correct.
Was about in 25. Next slide.
Yeah.
This is bits and pieces I've taken off of the century code that I've sent you guys. Board member area means the area that we're at. Commissioner means the agricultural commissioner or the commissioner's designee. And then weed control officer means the individual designated by the weed control board to be responsible for the operations and enforcement of this chapter within the county. And then it breaks down to what noxious weeds are and what the township roads include. Okay, next slide, please. The agricultural commissioner is the agricultural commissioner or the commissioner's designee. In my mind, that would be Scott because he is the only one that is completely licensed and everything. But his job is to maintain the state noxious weed list, which we do as a board, direct the removal of noxious weeds from the county and city noxious weed list as a commissioner. And call annual meetings for all weed control officers to review noxious weed control efforts in the state. And then here are the powers on the side. Okay, the weed board, they are to implement a program for control of the weeds. They are to establish a time and place for regular meetings, meet at least once a year. So we have to make sure we meet at least once a year on the weed board. We keep minutes for the board and a complete record of all official acts. And then provide the compensation of its members and its secretary treasurer. Currently, we don't have anything except for none of the members are compensated except for the officer that is designated. And it just states that reimburse the members and its secretary and treasurer for actual necessary expenses and mileage. And then employ and provide a compensation for the weed control officer. Same thing as the next, reimburse the officer for actual necessary expenses and provide mileage if needed. Next slide. Now, this is the duties of the weed control officer. In order to qualify for a weed control officer, you must become acquainted with the local and noxious weeds. You must meet the pesticide certification requirements. So you do need to be certified to be an officer in pest control. Investigate all signs, complaints received, prepare reports requested by the commissioner, and then attend the meetings. And this person can be part of the board. You can have the weed officer be one of the 5 on the board if you want to, but they don't have to be. And then it just states here that their power is that they have the ability to go onto landowners and to be able to spray the weeds. Any questions on that slide?
So
Nothing?
that would mean like
Back up.
if if Scott was the officer, he was to see weeds on somebody's property, you could approach them and say, you know, we're gonna spray this and.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Next slide. All right. This one is the county weed board, the members, terms and compensation. We currently don't have a list of who the terms are. It's just always been the board. We've never voted any years. Nobody's given a term. Nobody's been reran. Nobody's been anything. So we would like to get that rolling again. The Board of Commissioners shall appoint a weed board consisting of 3, 5, or 7 members. Members shall serve a term of 4 years or until the successors are appointed and qualified. The terms must be staggered so that no more than 2 expire in each year. So now that we know that for the future here, and the Board of Commissioners, this just allows us, the Board of Commissioners shall remove any member that doesn't come to the meetings. or doesn't want to be anymore. It's if there's a vacancy, we can just appoint somebody else.
Well, those terms would be the same as the new commissioners. When their terms were up, then you guys reappoint those in January of each year.
Okay. Yep, so future wise, we're gonna have a list and notes. Thank you, Sam, that's wonderful. Current budget, our total budget for the expenses is 12,725.76. The salary is 6,240.07, which is 520 a month. And then the FICA is 485.69. That's part of your, you broke out some of your revenue to be that FICA, or is that additional FICA? Or I wasn't sure how that got in there.
The FICA is just the benefits part, so it's just the percentage of the FICA that would be paid out of that salary.
Okay, perfect. And then chemicals are 6,000. As of today, I figured a rough estimate of the current budget remaining. I figured the next 6 months from June forward to 6 months. We have 9,362.85 left, which is 3,120 in the salary and 242.85 in the FICA, and 6,000 in chemicals. That's what we have remaining in our budget for 2026. Our proposal, our goal is to maintain noxious weeds, because we're hearing a lot that the noxious weeds are due to be tended to. Bring back an active weed board where we have meetings annually. We actually go out and start spraying weeds again. Elect new officers. You don't have to be actually the commission to be on the weed board, so it would be nice. I myself would be okay to not be on the weed board, because I first know nothing about weeds, nor do I care to. That's just me. Schedule annual meetings, and then hire and qualify a weed officer effective June 1st. Sam fortunately does not qualify technically to be a weed officer. Okay, next slide. Okay, so current weed board is actually myself as the president. The vice president is Rod. The members are Scott, Josh, and Lauren. We don't have a secretary. Sam is the weed officer. And the board department manages the spraying, which they said they haven't been able to spray, and that's tough. So my proposal is to, effective June 1st, 2026, my proposal is to elect Scott as the president, the vice president, Brett Salveson. Scott has spoke with him. Scott's been doing some work here. And I'm not sure if he talked to.
I haven't got that far yet.
Our-
But I do have one more member who will do it for us, another farmer.
If you see in the list, I did have in there
Yeah.
from the information from the extension office. The extension office can't be the weed officer
Correct.
or maintain any cash. However,
Mhm.
they can be on the board as a secretary
And it's support.
as support for
Mhm.
questions and knowledge on weeds. So that's, Scott was wanting to talk to her to see if she'd be interested in as to being partake in it as a secretarial position, which is an accepted position that she can do. We don't have any other two members.
I do have one more. I talked to another farmer last night. He would be a member, he said.
Okay,
He's to go with it. He said, no problem.
okay.
So I have one more person.
And
for
just
sure.
know that currently these members, if you're gonna be on the board, that is not a paying position. The only
Yeah.
paying position we
told-
have
and I
funds
told them
for
that
is
too.
the sprayer,
Yeah, I told him that.
is the lead officer. And then we would need one more farmer, and then possibly if one of the commission would like to be on there and have two commissioners on there. And then the terms be effective June 1st. So we'll have to have one person be the 1-year term,
2 years.
and then 2 for 2-year terms, and then 2 for 3-year terms, so that they are staggered. Thoughts on that? I went through that really super fast because I know you guys,
If there was not another farmer to fill in, I would be willing to go on, but. if
okay?
Somebody else would take it, I'm good with that as well.
Scott did a lot of legwork and spoke to another county, their weed board. Scott, do you have anything to add
Yeah,
to
I
this?
went over to talk to Nate Munson over at Foster County. He's in charge of it over there and basically they have a pretty good program figured out on that one. So Nate gave me some ideas. There's a lot of grants out there and stuff that we can apply for. They have, according to Nate, and actually that's a smaller county than we are, Foster County is. He's got, what did he say, a pickup over some grants paid for weed control. He has 2 rangers in the system that he got paid for by grants and stuff. And they would be willing to work with us this winter and fill out the application forms.
Perfect.
So I told him about it. It's like me and Rod to go over and talk to him
Mhm.
and get that ball rolling in that one. So
Yeah.
there, like Nate was saying, there's a lot of money out there, but you have to know where to get it.
Yeah.
You know, for extension or for, you know, from the state and stuff, he said. So anyway, but yeah, that's where we kind of sit right there. So, but that one member said he would take the position, you know, so if we put Rod as the other member, then we'd complete the
We
board
can
then.
complete it. Yeah,
Complete
so
it.
I'm good with that.
Good with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so who
Okay.
is the other member that you would like?
Yeah, it's David Heinze.
Oh.
Yeah,
Heinze.
David will take it, he said, so. So, then we complete the board then. And when I was talking to him last night, he made the comment, Dave. He said, yeah, well, you said we need to get going. There's a lot of, in the townships especially, he said, plus the county roads, he said. You see definitely increase in weeds, he said.
Yeah.
And actually, he said, he brought it up out of the blue, he said, yeah, that's a good idea. So, need to get going on it.
And then,
Where does the money come for the townships?
No, the township's got it, no, township's separate than that. We're just talking just the county right now. The township would pay somebody separately to do it.
Well, that's,
Yeah, and that's, I don't know, we don't have the time to do that right now. We're just trying to take care of the county end of it.
well, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's the issue right now, so. A lot of times the
Do they,
township,
they understand that?
yes, yes, and a lot of times the townships are, we used to have a guy, my township down there, we used to do it. But then what happened to him is that the liability insurance got so high. He couldn't afford the liability insurance. That's the other issue. As we're, with the county underneath Jamie had to go. We're on the North Dakota Insurance Fund, you know, so our liability is covered by the county, you know. For
Will that cover the townships?
I don't know if that will or not. I don't know that. It's a good.
I'm just,
That's a good question.
I
don't-
mean,
Probably
we're
not.
talking about.
No, the townships don't go underneath our insurance.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's, I mean, as long as they understand that.
Yeah, that's right. So,
If they think that,
but
if they think that we're gonna cover the townships,
not right now, no. No. So, well, it's something that needs to be reworked here again. We're trying to get this done, you know. And then Rod, why don't you take a couple minutes to talk about with Kenny there, what you've been talking about?
Well, I've talked to him, and it was, there's nothing set in stone because this wasn't, I couldn't, you know, but I couldn't promise him a job, or I was just telling what we were thinking. But yeah, he is interested. He has worked for the county. He knows where all the towns where he can get water. He wanted the flexible hours of getting up early in the morning, which in spraying is the key thing. Preload the truck the night before, and so he can just get up and just take off and go do it. I think Lauren mentioned that we just don't give him a set hours, just say, you know, because you could have a week of wind or rain, you can't do anything, so
right,
just where he would just go and spray when he can do it, so
what was the wage you were thinking about?
we were talking like 25.
Okay,
well, that's good. Where's our budget come from adding
Back.
that?
okay,
we go
back up
back,
here.
go back
Can you
to
back
square
up
here.
to the budget.
Yeah.
Page, please, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, we have 9,362.85 left in the budget for there. We have 6,000 in chemicals, we have 3,120
Yep,
in the salary portion of it.
you got
So if you
31.
take 3120, divide that by 25, how many hours does that give you?
Oh, you mean $25 an hour?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
thought you meant 25,000 again.
No.
Well, you didn't.
No.
I just,
That gives, if you, with the 3,120, just the salary portion in itself, if you divide that by 25, that's 124.8 hours. That's available for him to spray. So let's say, you know, let's say the world is perfect and he's able to spray 20 hours a week because the wind is it's great. That gives
Like
6 weeks.
yesterday, like yesterday?
Yes,
Yeah.
that gives 6 weeks
Wonderful.
of spraying. 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks.
if our county employees aren't making that, I mean, if we're gonna pay him more than the regular county employees, but we ought to be, I mean,
Okay, so this is a temporary position with the weed board. with the weed boards
I know, but
funding.
I'm talking about if we're paying the guys on the blade a set salary, should we be paying somebody else more than that? That's all I'm talking about. Or should he be,
But there's no benefits or.
No benefits here.
Anything like that
Yeah.
with this. This is a. I do see your point.
Yeah, we do, but-
It's,
I don't like, if you can make that plain to everybody, or if they think they're not getting the same or whatever, that's,
what is your guys'?
I don't-
feelings on it, Scott?
I don't like seeing people upset.
Well, the thing too, you remember on like whoever does business has to have the certification. So it's not just, you just can't get Joe Blow out of the street to do this. Yes, you gotta be specialized and trained on it, to do this, so.
And he's gonna be,
he's
who's
gonna-
gonna be doing the grant money, and that's gonna be you?
Well, we'll figure that out, but probably me and Rod will figure this out, so don't worry. We gotta figure, that end of it, so,
Well, I do worry.
yeah, so.
There's
That's the point. If
No,
we,
I know,
if we're deciding on a major change,
There
That-
is,
Yeah.
there's this report that's done annually.
Yep.
That's due by March 1st every year. And the grant that we can apply for, we do have 2 grants. That is not come due until 2027, when you can apply for it again.
well, you were talking
So,
about
and we do have
extra
a,
grants that Foster County would show us. I mean,
we do have now remember, we had a DES
Mhm.
that is going to do grants.
Yep.
So Mackenzie can do the grants for this that come up.
you sound positive about things that we aren't. I mean, we're assuming things that we're not quite sure of.
Okay, so let's go back to the one slide. So what are you not sure of, Lauren? I want to get your
Which slide
exact,
do you want to go back to?
to the proposal. Let's go forward here. Okay, let's clarify things. What you got? What's your questions that you have?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you were gonna try making a motion today, or if you wanna, I mean, we haven't. You've talked to Kenny, but is there anybody else that might be interested? I mean, do we have to advertise for that?
We
or-
have been advertising and we have not received any interest except Kenny.
The nice thing with Kenny is he's already got the license.
Everything taken care
Well,
of.
I understand that. I didn't mean that. I know
Yeah.
that you said
And,
that.
and he's worked for the county. He knows exactly where he can get water and things like that. So I'm really hoping that it works.
Okay. Your other concern, Lauren?
Wow.
Did you want to look at this one too?
Well, this is just informal that in the end, but thank you.
Well, I don't know. I do have some concerns because I know we're talking about things that might happen or might not and whatnot, but
Okay.
yeah, to put it down, and as long as we don't change the budget.
Yep, no budget change.
No budget change.
No,
And we need to move forward too with the spraying. I mean, we're into June now.
yeah.
And then we're, we need to get a hold of these weeds and get spraying. There's been a lot of positive feedback from the people around that they want
So Scott's gonna decide which roads get done.
Yes.
Yeah. well,
Scott and the road,
Yeah, road
and
crew.
the weed officer.
Yeah,
Right now, I think you could pretty well go anywhere.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You
I know,
just gotta do the county roads,
West-
all correct? You're just
Yep.
doing the county, you're not doing the township.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that right now, so.
And then
And-
that's the thing, something you guys figure out this winter too and work with the townships, correct?
Yeah, it's promise, it's time wise,
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that
You know.
this is basically the change and then you're gonna work out everything from there.
Well,
Then they're in charge of having their own meetings to move forward from there to. And. Present us with Scott will, when it comes to the weed board budget, working on 2027,
Yeah.
Scott will be
Figure this out. And so it's kind of in my wheelhouse, you might say this is, so.
Well, I understand that, and I know we got, that people want to do something with the weeds, but, a lot of this should have been done in our budget meetings, not so I'm not,
We're not changing the budget.
We're not changing the budget.
well, in a sense we are, we're changing the officer. Yeah. That's, I realize it can be done, but I don't know if that's quite the way to do it. But I'm kind of at,
Any other questions?
So then it would be, so who would be the total members? You two, Kenny, and then who else?
David Heinze. And I'll go talk to our extension agent here, see what she says. That's pretty much completed.
Okay. I actually would like to have a motion to have this effective June 1st, 26.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion to accept the new proposed weed board effective June 1st, 2026 as presented with the additional names of David Hines and Rod Zorn.
wait,
Can I get a second?
Oh, second.
Second by Josh. Any discussion?
this motion then includes Kenny, whether he takes it or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What if he denies?
then the weed board can take care of that. The weed board president.
Well, it wouldn't be in the motion. You'd have to probably review it.
Any other discussion? Okay, bar none, we'll do roll call vote. We'll start with Rod,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Josh, Lauren,
Hey,
Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. And the last slide, Scott, you can figure out who's your 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys, appreciate it, because the last
And then you'll
slide,
just give us, just for the heck of it, can you give us like quarterly updates on everything?
Yeah, we're gonna,
As
the
the
weed board's supposed to meet,
Yeah.
at least once, so once a year?
Yep.
At least once a year. We'll probably meet twice or 3 times a year.
Yeah, it's
And like
just,
when we go over there, we'll come back with a report. for you
Reports for
guys.
you guys and stuff like.
as long as, and then that way we can make it public so that,
Yep.
that they're aware of the changes, why we made the changes, and if it improves like everything else, then yeah, it's for the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you can throw it in with the monthly reports that we
Mhm.
have.
Mhm.
Monthly reports, even just something like this, even throw it on the meeting, just say, we met and this is what we're gonna do.
Sure.
Nothing else.
I love that idea. Okay, so the TAG grant is a target distance grant that is from the state agricultural department. And the grant lasts for 3 years, so 2023 to 2025, we put in total for 10,000, the grant max is 7,500. And we purchased remember we purchased the skid steer and all the attachments? Well, Sam was gracious to add the skid steer cutter. So the grant paid $7,500 towards that $11,000 cutter that we have, the county has. And then she reapplied for the July 2025 through June 30, 2027 grant. And the application, and you guys have the applications, I gave that all to you. And I actually also included when she put in for the payments, it's a reimbursement grant. So once it's purchased, you put it in, they'll reimburse you for it. And Sam applied, we actually got the grant, they upped the grant from 7,500 to 10,000, so we received $10,000. And we currently still have $10,000. We can use that, or not, the weed board can use that for, they prefer equipment is where they prefer it to be used, but they can use it for contracted labor if needed. So let's say we run out of the $3,000 and the 6,000, not we, but the weed board runs out of those funds, they can still tap into this. But that $10,000 is good until June 30, 2027. So you guys they have a year to use it.
Good, because then we could look at, once you start spreading and you guys look at what you need for equipment and get some of that stuff too.
Correct.
I think we're sitting pretty fair right now on equipment. You know, the one thing is we'll talk to Wayne. Is that the pickup we wanna, they're gonna bring, yeah, they're gonna use the old sheriff's pickup, the silver one. But they need to put some airbags
Yeah.
on it to hold the weight.
Yeah.
But, pretty minor deal.
All stuff like this will pay.
Yeah, yeah, but it's, anyway, we'd like to bring that pickup and set it up and leave it, for spring.
All the time, just,
Just
keep it.
make it a full-time.
Yeah, full
spray
time.
pickup.
Yep.
So, sounds great.
Yep.
I got faith you guys will do good, so.
Good job, Scott and Rod. I just made the PowerPoint, they did the rest.
Thank you.
Yep.
I like my PowerPoints and spreadsheets. Those are my two big things. Okay, so next on the agenda is the Garrison. We don't have anything. We already discussed the Garrison. Old courthouse, new courthouse. Do you have anything for us?
So Brian hasn't got back to me and taken out those air conditioners yet. Just
Okay.
that we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with that stuff in there. It's gonna have to be cleaned out and sold or whatever. The longer we wait, the worse it's gonna get. Yeah.
I need to part of the building. I did talk to the State Historical Society. I was working on getting the final approval if you want to take it down. And item number 5 says we need to see if any other historical societies or other counties would like a piece of our building. And actually Kelly knows that building more than anybody I know. That woman has so much history. She knows the history. So I might need to go through the building and see if anybody would like to have the beautiful tins from the ceiling, you know, on there. If the Griggs County wants to, Historical Society or the museum would like to have a part of things, and then what would we keep in our own building? And I need to send that and present that to the Historical Society, and that will be number 5 checked off.
Isn't Mark, your son,
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Tramby's also.
oh,
Yeah.
On what?
yeah,
On, you
The
mean on?
museum.
museum board.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
But main thing is the one out for sure for the movie theater. That's the main one.
I'm gonna do them all at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
We got them here.
Okay.
Only thing I gotta get something, talk to Kent to see if I can get television. I'm just gonna lift everything off the roof, but
Okay.
I'm not carrying it down the steps.
No, I don't blame you.
I don't blame you either.
So that's how I would, if we're gonna move all them chairs out eventually, whatever, that's what I'm gonna do, is hand it out the window, put it on a pallet, lower it down.
Lower it down.
Quick.
Did Brian Hansen, did he take the Freon out of the system?
That's what he needed the power for, yes. He's gonna pump them all down at the same time,
Okay.
and then whatever we do with the rest of them, we
Yeah.
can figure that out later, but we'll
Okay.
get them down. They gotta come down anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of stuff, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff in there that the museum should get,
Yeah.
I think. If somebody like Steph said should get, because it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Depending on what some of that stuff is too. Like I said, we might be able to put it along the,
It'd be
Main
really
hallway in here.
cool, I think, cause if, when you tear it down, if you take that, top of the metal peak and pointed thing, you make the gazebo out of it for, something way we put in the yard.
Let's
That'd be kind of cool.
write that down as an idea.
I think that would be very cool to make that. You'd have to get a crane and figure out how to lift it off, but.
That is one of the items that's on our list that we would keep.
Mhm.
And there's some of the blocks, from up top. I have some pictures as to what the, historical architect company suggested for us to keep for ourselves. And then they have things that we're supposed to ask all the other, even in Bismarck, the state
Yep.
historical museum, we need to see if they would like, because, I mean, honestly, it's such a beautiful building. I hate to see it go down, but unfortunately, I foresee in the future, it's inevitable that it will be.
I think it has to sooner rather than later before it becomes a hazard and we're forced to take it down instantly.
Correct.
well, I'm worried something's gonna happen.
You're right,
Someone's gonna get hurt.
Somebody gets
get
injured. That's,
sued.
yeah.
right. Okay, anything for future business?
Did you check anything on mowers?
Oh, I got a bid, I just haven't got down to get it. I'll have it I'm gonna put it in the budget
Okay.
for Sam today. the numbers of, I did a couple of estimate ones Kent got for me.
Well,
So the next meeting they'll have it for you.
Okay, so we have more bids. I think, yes, you think you guys do need
I mean,
a wider deck would be nice.
yeah.
A zero turn would be nice. Time costs money.
This was the whole unit, like I talked to Rod about one time with, you know, it'd make moving the snow off the sidewalks easier. So you can, instead of getting to get that skid steer, this would have a snow blower for it, and whatever, I just had them price out everything,
Mhm.
it'll be,
separated.
you know. And then, because I did, on the same note, I did talk to a contractor who's gonna give me an estimate on the sidewalk. Out front,
Okay,
so he's supposed to get back to me, cause we need a number before we can file for that grant.
oh, excellent.
And I talked to Mackenzie on that, so,
Okay.
And that's the one,
yep, all the way along 45.
it's so crazy, after we got done with that meeting and that was brought up. Yeah, there was somebody that had said, hey, you know, I've tried to walk there and that's so bad.
Yep, and I will this week, I'm gonna get all the, next few days, get all the weeds sprayed and get that all cleaned up so it looks better. It just, between the wind and everything else going on lately.
Oh, that's
Spray it.
regardless of how much you clean that sidewalk, it's bad. It needs.
But see, if we, the thing we'll have to figure out is how wide we wanna go, if we wanna go any wider.
What is a stand? I think they have a
I think-
standard width.
I think
of
we should go
sidewalk,
at
don't they?
least 5 feet wide. Just, but you want it so it looks decent too, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we gotta raise it a little bit because it's way lower than the grass or, you know,
Oh,
how in depth do we wanna get?
Oh, it
Do
is.
we wanna take and rotor till the whole boulevard and then come in and level it off? Cause it's higher than the curb now,
Yeah.
Mhm.
from over the years of plowing, all the dirt and get pushed up and it all comes down to how in depth you guys wanna
Well, we
go.
wanna match the kind of the other city sidewalks too. I don't, 5 feet.
Only thing is if you go if we go 5 feet, then you got something to work with to move, still isn't gonna be. Wide enough for the snow, for the payload or the skid steer, but if you got it higher than your grass a little bit. You ain't gouging grass in with your bucket, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Cause that heavy skid steer is hard on sidewalks,
Mhm.
I would guess,
Not a tracked one, 5 pounds per square inch.
but getting up on them is hard for jumping curves.
Of course you know that knowledge, Rod.
That's what it
That's
is.
just what I know,
Tire machine is 88 pounds per square inch.
Of course you know that.
cause then we could try to keep it open all year. All winter.
I like that
We had a
idea.
decent sidewalk, right now you couldn't snow blower.
But I
snow,
think,
you'd
I
have to-
think if we're gonna do we would wanna do the boulevard,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't, well, there's no trees there, so that one will be easy.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we'll get that done and then we'll see, and maybe eventually we'll do the one going east and west. That one isn't as bad, but you know. One step at a time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for this. You do such a great job.
So.
Anything else?
So at the next meeting, you guys will talk about Youth Works and you guys will start your 2027 budget.
Look at that glorious
Already.
time.
Oh, goody.
A long couple.
The next meeting will have to be via Zoom. The very first budget meeting, but from then until now, I would like to.
I think that one is the one that you guys just kind of get it and
Yeah.
be able to kind of look over it. And then it'll be the next meeting that you guys in depth talk about it. So
Okay. Would you be so kind, when you get the numbers, when you guys figure out your little spreadsheet as to what our number is that we can work with, will you let me know? Because then I can get a little bit of a head start on budgets and raises. I do have,
we won't know like final numbers or whatever until the state equalization
Oh,
meets.
yes.
And then we get those letters to say like, I don't foresee with Linda knowing what she knows, I don't foresee them making changes, but I can't be 100% because we don't know those final numbers.
okay, it'll just give me a guideline then, be a guesstimate to use. Yes, because I do have the wage increase form, the matrix scale filled out. But I would like to know how much we have to use, because I would like to update that for the raises that we're to go through, so. Yes, that is wonderful. Okay, any other discussion? I'm looking for,
One last thing where you are.
Huh.
Now I just fall over.
I know Scott was like, "Sure."
swallowed it. Anyway, we're fine. I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Oh, Rod made the motion to adjourn. Second by Scott?
Yes.
All right, second by Scott. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion bar none? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Perfect. Thank you guys for your long drawn out time.
The meeting time.
Next meeting will be, the end of this meeting is at 11:24 a.m. The next meeting is June 22nd at